This is Fabio and Grooverider. Drum and bass on Ministry of Sound Radio.
Drum and Bass Tuesdays. That's how we do on a Tuesday. It continues with Fabio in the house for the next 2 hours. A lot of excitement going on tonight. I am excited. I'll be taking you through till 11 o'clock. Playing you the summer collection as we do on Ministry Radio. Right, we've got all the usual bits and pieces tonight. And we started off with the sound of Paul T and Edward Oberon and a track entitled Heat. Yeah, we've got some killers tonight, man. Start as we mean to go on. And we have a special guest, my first guest, so this is what I'm excited about. And it's the wonderful Technomatic. You know, I've been playing since I've been on Ministry. I think every week I've played one of their tunes. Got a new album out which is superb. And we'll be talking to the guys in about 15 to 20 minutes. They're going to be up with a mix, the whole shebang. Telling us about the big party tomorrow, the jump off tomorrow night down in Shoreditch. That's all happening. Also, big shout to my producer Rob. Big up Rob, what's up, man? And we've got Twitter shouts and stuff like that tonight. Yeah, it's amateur hour here tonight, people. I don't know if for the last 4 hours it's been really professional. Here's where it all falls apart a little bit. Just warning you, right? Anyway, we move swiftly on from the sound of Paul T and Edward Oberon to the wonderful sounds of Paul SG. The guy that's been going for a long time now. Just keeps making quality music. You've got to respect that. Here's a little track. I'm loving this track. Summer Business. A little thing entitled Soul Rider. It's Fabio. It's Ministry of Sound Radio. It's Drum and Bass Tuesdays. We roll for the next 2 hours.
roll with it and just enjoy it. But whatever. These attitude demons I can't handle anymore. You know, I've seen it all my life, you know. We didn't think about money or fame when we started. Not ever.
It's just about the music.
Oh, let's
You're listening to Ministry of Sound Radio. This is Fabio and Grooverider.
The sound of Paul S.G. and a track entitled Soul Rider. Big shout to J. Rome. All the guys that do their thing out there in Austria. Wicked stuff. Also a big shout to Grooverider. Heard the show last week. Jokes. That was jokes, isn't it, Rob? That show was hilarious. Really bordering on the edge as well. The edge of decency. As always, I think our double show, we've got a double show in a couple of weeks. So lock up your daughters, one of them ones. As I said before, the wonderful Technimatic. Is it Technimatic or Technimatic? Technimatic. The wonderful Technimatic. Coming up in a couple of tracks time there. In the mix. Gonna have a little bit of banter. Some great music around and some great artists around. Moving from Paul S.G. to the wonderful Penny Giles. And a track entitled Roads Adrift with Random Movement on the remix of this. Hopefully when Random Movement comes back to town, we'll have him in the studio. I think around September time. Check this out, man. This is wicked. Sending this one out to all the Swerve crew. Also sending a big shout going out to Friction, everyone down there at Shogun Audio. Also to Adam Savage, Ad Backdrop and all the crew. Making it happen behind the scenes. Right, 2 in a row and then we have got the wonderful Technimatic up in the place.
Right now, this is Fabio and Grooverider, Ministry of Sound Radio.
The sound of Malachi or Malachi. The track called Tell Me, and before that you had Penny Giles with Random Movement on the remix. Random Movement's going to be here in September, and we have not had any guests. Well, I haven't, and we've been doing the show now for a year. Can you believe that? Unbelievable how time has flown. And it's great that my first guest is a guy whose tracks I think I've played more than anyone else's on the show. So it's an honour to have Technimatic as my first guest in the house, man. How you doing?
Do you know, I didn't, until you said that, I had absolutely no idea that we were the first people for guests on your show. So even though we're already kind of honoured to be here, to be then the first guest,
wow.
It's like,
it's a big,
that's
it's a big
fantastic.
deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, you know what? I think we've just, it's taken a while to bed in, and
sure.
we've just taken our time with the show, building it and stuff like that, and then some of your peeps hit me up and was like, the album's dropping.
Yeah.
Can we have you guys on the show? And it was just like, hell yeah.
Well, it's a privilege.
Do you know
Absolute
what I'm saying?
privilege to be
hell
here.
yeah. Anyway, look, let's go back to the start. Technimatic is you're a duo.
Yep.
And how did you guys meet up in the first place?
So we kind of met, we used to, when in the early days of kind of producing, we used to go on to the drum and bass arenas forum message boards for kind of producers, and we just started talking on there. Pete would send me tunes that he'd done just to get a bit of feedback, and I'd send him stuff to get feedback on the work I was doing, and then after a while we just we spoke more and more and more, and then Pete sent over something that said, I'm really struggling with this, do you think you could put the beats on it? And I was like, yeah, of course. So we did that. And then before we knew it, we were kind of like, hey, do you know what? We're actually collaborating. And that track became Inner Vision, which got picked up by Bassline Smith on Technique.
Okay, of course, yeah.
And that was our first kind of, telling the world who we were. And since then, it's just been, wow.
So was it a
journey.
conscious decision to be a duo? Did you sit down and think, well, look, you know what? Let's make some tunes together and let's see how it goes?
No, it was like we were very much on our own individual paths as artists. Pete was writing under Technicolor, I was writing under Chromatic, and we were, really loving it when we got together and making tunes.
Right, I didn't see.
But, yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know you was Chromatic, and I didn't know you was Technicolor.
Yeah.
Because Simon used to send me a lot of the stuff, and
Sure.
and Chromatic stuff. I used to get a few bits and pieces here and there, man.
Yeah. It was one of those things where eventually down the road we just kind of went, you know what? The sum of our parts is better than us individually, and we've never looked back.
Wicked, man. And whereabouts you from originally?
So originally, I'm actually from the northeast, from Sunderland.
Okay.
But I moved south when I was 12.
Was there a scene in Sunderland at all? Because you know what? I've been to Middlesbrough, I've been to Newcastle, never been to Sunderland.
No. There's a big beach scene with donkey rides and buckets. But drum and bass, no, not so much.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I moved south when I was 12 and moved down to Bedford. We've actually just very recently moved to London, but in Bedford, it was kind of, when we moved, it was around the time that, well, you guys were on Radio 1, and
of course, and
stuff was really kind of, the illegal parties were starting to happen around the home counties, and it excited us, Pete was in Luton, same sort of thing, and that's how we kind of, we got
kind of
fully immersed.
gelled.
Yeah.
And was you DJs at the time?
There used to be a rave that was put on at the Sanctuary. Rest in peace.
What a club!
I know, and I was 14, so it was like a rave for under 18s, called Evolution, and I went and I walked in and I saw Dougal playing, right?
The
mighty Dougal.
Of course, man, respects the guy.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was the first moment. But at 14 years old, I kind of looked up at this guy and I was like, wow, that's what I want to do in my life.
That's
what
I
want to
do,
and that was what, 16 years. Oh, I'm going to reveal my age now. 16 years ago. So yeah.
Don't worry, man. You're still so young. You don't have to worry about it. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, Dougal. It's funny you talk about Dougal. Let's bring it back to Dougal, because hardcore and happy hardcore. I know so much people. That's what the entrance point was.
Oh yeah,
it was
sure.
happy hardcore, and it's really funny because that music never really gets the. I mean, I listen to EDM now.
Yeah.
And a lot of it sounds like happy hardcore to me. The stabs, the way it's produced, the drops and stuff like that. And those guys, Hixie, they're kind of like it's amazing that it's an underground scene still, man.
I couldn't agree more. I think when you're first getting into like, you know, a scene or music like that, the thing with hardcore was it was so accessible because it had lyrics you could sing along to. Yeah. It had breakdowns that you could kind of throw your arms up in the air to, and you could connect with it as songs. Yeah. So yeah, I totally agree with you. I don't think it gets the props it really deserves.
Because it's still going. I assume so, yeah. You'd be amazed, man. And Milton Keynes seems to be the home of it.
Oh, man. Well, what can I say?
Say no more. We won't go there.
More.
Anyway, look, we're going to play the first track from the album. Because we got you in the mix in a little while. We're going to play 3 tracks. And the first track we're going to play is a track called Looking for Diversion. Tell us about this track.
So this track is featuring a folk singer called Lucy Kitchen, who we kind of came across through our connections with the label as we were writing the album. And it was one of those, when we first got the vocal back, we were like, okay, it's a bit different. We'll see how this kind of works, because obviously, you know, you don't associate a folk singer with drum and bass. And it was the first track that we did where we have a tendency to throw a lot into the music. And this is the first one where we said, you know what, let's just sit back a little bit, strip it down, and just let her vocal take centre stage. And it was born.
Wicked, man. All right, look, the first track off the album is Looking for Diversion. Technimatic in the house. Really, really honoured to have him in here. He's going to be coming up in the mix in a little while. Remember all the usual stuff coming up after that. We got your Rob Paul? Hello. If Rob can get himself together and get the Twitter and Facebook shouts, we'll be on that. Anyway, check it out. Technimatic featuring Lucy Kitchen, Looking for Diversion. It's Fabio on Ministry Radio.
And bass on Ministry of Sound Radio. Looking for Diversion. That's Technimatic featuring Lucy Kitchen. Wow, man, I like that.
Thank you.
So, look, how do you approach making a track like this? I mean, the album is very extensive. There's a lot of tracks on there. That's a lot of hard work. You've got a lot of vocals. How do you guys work this out, man?
We have such a bizarre relationship when it comes to making music because we both work full time. We kind of it's very rare that we actually sit in the studio together and write. So we have this bizarre system where I'll send an email to Pete with the track on, he'll work on it a bit, it comes back, I work on it a bit, it goes back, and we kind of it's almost like a ridiculously old school way of working, but
sure, man.
For us it just fits around our lives, and so with a track like this, I think this started out as just one of us would have had a basic sketch, and then we had the instrumental kind of sitting around for ages and ages and ages, and we gave it to the label and we just said, look, we really want a vocalist on this. And they came up with an absolutely fantastic Lucy
Her
Kitchen.
voice is so
it's incredible,
pitch perfect for that track.
It's beautiful.
Look, and it sounds like a lot of your stuff sounds so in key. Are you guys, any of you guys, classically trained at all?
Yeah, we both we both play keys, so we can both kind of read music. We're both kind of au fait with all that stuff.
That really helps, doesn't it?
It massively helps, and when I was younger, when I was sort of learning the piano, sort of 8 or 9 years old, I mean, at that point, I hated it. I wanted to go out and kick the football around me mates.
Yeah.
But now I look back on it, I think I'm so pleased that I had the privilege to be able to learn to play, because it opens it up for you.
Yeah, especially if you're doing a musical project.
Definitely.
I hear so many tracks that I get sent to me, and it's a great track, but the keys, it's all out of key, and it kind of just ruins it slightly when you're in the mix and it's all out of key and stuff like that. But everything sounds really, really precise.
Thank you.
Which is great. Now, the big moment, of course, must have been meeting Friction. And how did that all come about? Because Shogun, of course, is a very open door. They release everything that's best in kind of the genres within drum and bass. Of course, Alex Perez's amazing 1984 album. But I know also Friction's very, very, very particular in what he wants and the sound he wants.
Sure.
How did you guys get in the door, man?
Well, obviously, the legacy of Shogun, as you said, some of those artists you mentioned, fantastic guys, and people that we hold in very high regard, including obviously Friction KT. I mean, in terms of what they've done with the scene and everything, phenomenal.
Absolutely.
And it happened, we managed to get a track to air. I forget how it happened, but we kind of knew someone who knew someone who knew someone that managed to get the tune to him. And then I'll still never forget, I was actually just in my bedroom at home, and Pete sent me a text and he said, believe it or not, Friction loves the track that we've sent him and he wants more.
And what track was that? Can you remember?
It was Changeling, and with another track called Those Feelings, which actually became the first single that we had on SGN.
Oh, wicked.
And then not long after that, they wanted another single, so we did another single for them, that came out on SGN. And then we got the email that every producer waits to hear, and that's, can you come down to Brighton? We'd like to meet you. And, man, it was just like, as I was saying to you, off mic before, we've been persevering with this since we were like, 15, 16, and to suddenly, finally, a couple of years ago, just get that email, it's very hard for me to describe it. It means so much to us, and we went down and had a meeting, and they said, guys, we'd like you to do an album project. And
but then within feeling, that feeling of wow, can't believe it. Then there's the reality of we have now got to deliver an album, which has its serious pressures, because you've got deadlines, you've got to make the tracks individually sound different from each other, but then keep the same sound. So there's a whole lot of pressure on that, and then having some like Friction giving it the okay and saying, look, I love the tracks, we're ready to go.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Did you feel pressure? Pressure?
Massive amounts of pressure. I mean, it's like, Friction knows what he wants.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
And when we set out to do the album, we were like, right, 100%, this is how we're going to do it. We're going to approach it this way. And we ended up ruining ourselves by overthinking it. It wasn't until we stopped and just sat back and went, do you know what? Let's almost forget we're doing an album. Let's just write what we feel.
Yeah.
Let's just see where the music kind of wants to take us. And as soon as we had that kind of realization, everything started to fall into place. But I mean, there's still moments now, you know, we'll send stuff to Friction and he'll write back and have like a bit of critique and you're like, oh,
Jump down the stairs.
But what pains me to say it is, and I've said this to him numerous times, 99.9% of the time, he's always right.
Yeah,
I hate that.
Course.
I hate that.
I know. Yeah. That happens. That's like me and the missus. But I know the feeling.
It's exclusive.
But you know, that's the truth, because taking criticism is a serious part of being an artist. And there's certain artists that don't want to hear it. You know, I running a label myself, I've said to artists over the years, look, I don't think it's quite right, and they get the right hump about it, man, and go into their shells, and that's something you can't do. I know it's hard. It must be difficult. You make a track, you really like it, and you send it over, and you go, that's not quite what I wanted. You really got to have the kahunas to just take it on the chin and say, all right, look, you know what? I respect your opinion, man. Let's crack on.
It's difficult because you obviously you do, because music's such a personal thing as an artist. You know, you put so much of your heart and soul into it, and you want it to be right. And when people come, you know, people in that position come back and say those things. It can be hard to hear, but you also have to accept that they're saying it for a reason. They know what they're talking about, and you have to respect that. So,
all right, look, let's crack on to track 2. Night Vision, which is a track that's really getting played a lot. It's got you know, I've heard it on the radio and stuff like that. I've heard it out a lot, and it's a great track. What's the story behind this track, man?
So the story behind this track was, it was again a tune that we just we put together. The sketch came together very quickly, and then out of nowhere, Pete found the big horn sample, and the second he put that on, the track just made sense, and the response has been both humbling and just fantastic.
It's a great track, man.
Thank you.
Is it one of your favourites from the? Have you got a favourite?
Do you know what? We got asked this last night, and every day my favourite track changes. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Which means it's a good album.
Thank you.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Thank you.
Anyway, look. We have got Night Vision. I love this track, man. You can play this track anywhere. And there's very few tracks nowadays you get like that, man.
Big up.
It is Technimatic in the house. I've got to send a big shout to Divesh, who was very, very excited that we're going to have them on board tonight. And everyone that's listening, it's Fabio on Ministry with Technimatic. He's coming up in the mix straight after the next track. Let's go. That is the sound of Technimatic and Night Vision. And that single is that out? Yeah,
that's out. That's out everywhere.
Wicked, man. And on the flip side of that is
now you're asking me. The flip side of that is Chasing a Dream.
That's it, Chasing a Dream. Yeah. So, the music. Let's talk about your love of what's the word? Good music. I'm not even going to call it liquid or no stupid name like that.
Yep.
Was this always your path? Like, you know what? Because you know what? It must be really hard because sometimes you must be out and people going, oh, well, you know, why don't you make some kind of minimal techie stuff? And
yeah.
How hard is that to stick to your guns? Because that must be really difficult.
It's incredibly difficult because you look at kind of like the top 10s.
Yes, absolutely, man.
And you're looking at the stuff that's in there and you're like, man, we're not even close to this. Like, are we doing the right thing? Are we like writing what people want to hear? But then at the same time, I guess being so different has got to be a plus as well. Yeah. But I mean, for us, what's bizarre about even this interview now is, Fabio, it's like you and Bookham are like the two guys which are the reason we fell in love with this style of drum and bass. So this is like a mad full circle moment because, it was the stuff that you guys were playing that really kind of made us go, it's got soul, it's got a vibe, I can relate to it. And it's not just something that I might play and then throw away after like 6 months. It's like I'll go back to it and I'll relate to it again. And man,
is there any track from that really sticks out as that is something that really changed it all for me, or not even changed it all for you? A track that you look back and every time you hear it, it's the one, man.
LTJ Bookham, Horizons.
Yeah.
And I think the reason that track appeals so much is because if you listen to sort of our music, we love like a spoken word sample, we love all that kind of. And I remember hearing that track for the first time, and it just took me somewhere else, man. I was just like, it's so deep, yet it's so simple. What she talks about in the spoken word on the intro is deep, and it's like that changed everything for me. Definitely.
I mean, I remember when Bookham made Horizons, he just made a few tracks that were kind of okay, but he wasn't really happy with them.
Okay.
And then he made music.
Yeah.
And I thought he cannot make a better tune than this. And then he made Horizons, which I think as a drum and bass tune is as perfect a tune as you can get.
Couldn't agree more.
And to think he made that tune like nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the most incredible thing, because you listen to that track now, there's nothing about that track that sounds dated.
Nope.
Everything about that track, it still explodes when that bass comes in. And if you love drum and bass, I don't care what kind of drum and bass you like, you cannot tell me you don't like that track. It's one of those tracks that's above criticism. It's just a wonderful, and you know what? And it transcends drum and bass because it's just a wonderful piece of music, isn't it?
Do you know what? I was Fabric was one of the places that I always dreamt of DJing when I sort of started out, and not so long ago it was the New Logic album launch party, and I played the last set, and I actually saved the original copy of Horizons to play as my last tune, sort of 6 a.m.
Incredible.
And I played it, and I was so just overcome with the whole moment and everything. I put my headphones down, I went into the crowd, and I just went and vibed out with them. So I was like, this is just... Seriously, man. It was... Yeah.
And Fabric's the place to do that, man.
Of course.
Incredible club.
Yeah.
All right, look, so future plans. What you guys got in store for the future? Because I tell you what, it must be a strange feeling sometimes, because you've got an album, and you've been working on it.
Yeah.
And then it's finished, and it's kind of like, wow. It's
bizarre.
Then you do the promotion, of course, you've got to go out there and do the promotion.
Yeah.
And as we was talking about off air earlier, it's a different world now.
Oh,
I remember I used to just literally get a tune, give it out to a few DJs, and that was it.
Yeah.
Now, it's kind of like you got to have Shazam going on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, bam, bam, bam. And it's crazy.
It is crazy. And I mean, with the album, you have such a purpose when you're writing an album, for this kind of 18 months that we did it, from the conception to finishing. All your drive is the album project. And then now we're in this really weird space where it's like, it's finished, but no one's really heard it all yet.
Of course.
And now it's like,
so
okay.
You're in limbo.
Where do we go? Yeah, what do we do now? So I think, I hope, well, we both hope that that the album talks to people and people relate to it, and hopefully it will set us up for a platform to then go on and see where the kind of musical journey takes us next.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
And of course, before we play your last track, you have got your night tomorrow night, the album launch,
which you are coming to, which you're playing.
Yeah, man. I'm going to be rolling out.
I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
I actually can't wait.
And
I'm so excited.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What can Disney?
What
can you say about those guys, man? And LSP as well, man.
LSB as well. Luke's he is just the most super talented guy. He's fantastic,
and he's getting his stuff played now as well,
yes.
man. He's
about
just
time.
Getting there, man. He's
about time.
He's hitting them buttons.
Absolutely
wicked. And where is it going to be?
So it's going to be at the Nest, which I think the nearest sort of station there is Dalston Junction. So yeah, it's going to be it's
going to be a good night, man.
I hope so, man. I'm really. It just feels like it's the first time that we get to kind of celebrate it with our peers, kind of people we've respected for years within drum and bass, our friends. I mean, even my mum and dad are going to be there. It's just like, you know, it's a phenomenal moment for us. Really is.
Your mum and dad are probably my age, so I'm going to hang out with them. Do you know what I mean? They might be a bit younger. You know, you never know.
The thing is, Fabio, you look so young. It's impossible to tell.
Listen, man, it has been absolutely wonderful having you in here, but it's not over yet. We're gonna play Innermost, which is going to be the last track we're going to play from you, and then we're going to go into the mix for about 20-25 minutes.
Yep.
And as I said to you earlier, heard you play a couple of times. I've heard you play twice, man. I was blown away, absolutely. Late sets, both of them as well.
Wow,
thank you. You kept it so. You know, we was talking about DJing and there's so much. You go out nowadays and you know, I love the kind of like, you know, the way DJing is nowadays, but I think patience as a DJ is the most difficult skill.
Sure.
Because, you know, sometimes you can get in a crowd to just go with you.
Trust you.
Yeah. And gaining their trust. I think is an art form that is sadly dying, because I think everyone just wants that immediate reaction, and if you don't get that immediate reaction, you know, it's panic time.
Absolutely.
And I always watch DJs, the way they DJ, because it's so easy to see when DJs panic. When it's not quite working out for you, man, DJs then their mixing starts to go a bit. And you guys, at 5 o'clock in the morning, both occasions, Inner Soul and We Fear Silence, and you guys just kept it, like, so level. And they trusted you in the end, man, and they went with you. And you know what? I watch things like that, and I appreciated that, man.
Fabio, coming from you, that's a phenomenal compliment. So
anyway, the loving is going to stop now. We're going to stop. Rob is kind of looking for a sit bucket, so we're gonna crack on. But look, it's been wonderful having you in here.
Pleasure.
And looking forward to the mix.
Thank you.
And I'm going to see you tomorrow night. So
Absolutely.
It's all happening, man.
It's all happening.
It's all happening. And the last track we're going to play, Innermost.
Yep.
What's the story?
All I'll say is that we were going through a really difficult period writing the album. We were kind of struggling to find our way, and then Pete actually got some quite kind of difficult news, or we both did.
Yeah.
And this was a moment where we just put the headphones on and we're like, do you know what? Let's just pour everything we've got out into the music and just get it out of us. And this is what came out.
And this was the result, yeah?
Yeah.
Wicked. Right, this is the last track we're going to play from the excellent album Desire Paths. Is the album's called? No, what's the album called?
Desire Paths.
Desire Paths.
Absolutely right, yeah.
From the excellent album, 17, 18 tracks on the album.
Yes.
And when's the release date?
The release date is, I believe, a week on Monday, but you can pre-order it now across kind of all the outlets.
On Shogun Records,
Absolutely.
man. Anyway, we're going to check this out. Straight after this, we're going to have Technimatic in the mix for 20-25 minutes, and then we're just going to roll out. It'll be near the end of the show. So check this out. Innermost, Technimatic, Fabio, Ministry of Sound.
You're listening to Ministry of Sound Radio. This is Fabio and Grooverider. and bass on Ministry of Sound Radio with Fabio and Grooverider. legends of D&B. This is Fabio and Grooverider on Ministry of Sound Radio. You're listening to Ministry of Sound Radio. This is Fabio and Grooverider. This is Fabio and Grooverider. Drum and bass on Ministry of Sound Radio.
Wicked stuff. Round of applause, man.
Oh, thank you very much.
Our first guest mix. Excellent stuff. That was about 40 minutes of Technimatic in the mix. Wonderful, wonderful stuff, man.
Thank you.
Glad you looked like you was enjoying it. Bailey was in here for 20 minutes. You didn't even know.
I know, and I was like, if I'd known that, the pressure would have been even higher. Man. Like, seriously.
Zoning, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen. Let's go back to the album. When's the album released?
So it's going to be a week on Monday.
And the album's called
Desire Parts.
And tomorrow night, of course, it's all popping off at...
Yeah, it's the album launch party at the Nest in Dalston with yourself, AI, LSB, a very special guest, and of course, us.
You're trying to take my job, ain't you? This man's good. But listen, I really, really, really enjoyed you coming in, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
Absolutely, man. We'll have a drink.
But yeah, there's definitely best of luck with all the future projects.
Thank you, my friend. Thank
you. And say hi to your other... Is he going to be down there tomorrow night?
Yeah, Pete will be there tomorrow. He sends his huge apologies. He couldn't be here today, but he'll 100% be there tomorrow.
And anyone you want to say a big shout to?
I think the biggest shout really is to obviously all our friends and family whose sort of continued love and support have got us where we are, and of course everybody down at Shogun who do a fantastic job getting.
And your mum must be proud, like taking it away from everything else.
She wanted to wear a T-shirt to the night tomorrow that says "Chromatic's mum," and I was like, "Don't do that because like you'll get rotten fruit thrown at you."
Is that what she? I think you should let her do it, man.
Well, why not? Yeah, let's go for it.
Do you know what I mean? I think you should let her do it. Anyway, many thanks to you, and big up to your boy as well.
Pleasure.
And shouts to Friction and everyone that's made this album happen. It's
absolutely,
it's great to have an album that's really representing what the music that we love.
Thank you, Fabio.
So respect
Thank
to you.
Thank you.
Big up to Technimatic.
Yep.
See you soon, man. See you tomorrow night.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Now, I don't know about y'all tonight, but let me just tell you a little something.
Real talk.
Right now, this is Fabio and Grooverider, Ministry of Sound Radio.
Now, I don't know about y'all tonight, but let me just tell you a little something.
Real talk.
That's the sound of David Owen and a track entitled Talking Jazz. Big shout to David Owen. Also, there's a guy called Saxon on that track as well. Always got to remember. People always go to me, and what happened to mention me? Mostly because your name wasn't on the CD. But big up to you. But big shout once again to Technimatic. Thanks for coming in. Remember, the album's coming out next week. And if you can, make it over to the Nest in Shoreditch tomorrow night, because that is going to be a big night. Anyway, listen. We got to crack on. Brand new from Nympho, a track called Coming Through. It's Fabio on Ministry. Remember, if you want to hear the track listings, go to @ministryplayer. It'll be there for you online.
Grooverider. Drum and bass on Ministry of Sound Radio.
The sounds of Makoto and a track entitled Sentimental Mood. Track's about 5-6 years old. It's really funny. I hadn't heard that track for ages, and Danny played it. Danny Bookham played it at his night Logical at Fabric, and I went up to him and I was like, Danny, what's this tune? And he went, look, think hard about this tune, man. I went, yeah, I know. I like, look, I can't remember it. And I bought this tune out. I actually bought this tune out. Even as Makoto. You bought it out. And I was like, really? Oh man, he's killed. Every time I see him, he just kills me about that. How embarrassing. I was sitting down baffled, like, what is this tune again? I haven't heard this tune for years, and I didn't even want to ask him. And I said to him, Daddy, and he actually thought I was taking a pee a little bit. But anyway, that's Makoto. That was on Creative Source. That's about 6-7 years old. Big shout going out to Makoto and all the crew in Tokyo, Aki, Yuki, all the crew that run Room nightclub. Big shouts to you guys. Remember, it's Drum and Bass Tuesdays, each and every Tuesday from 5 till 11. That's 6 hours of drum and bass each and every Tuesday. You've got the likes of Ant TC1, Marky, Brian G, Bailey, Grooverider, myself, Simon Bassline Smith, amongst others. That's how we run things on a Tuesday. Also remember this Saturday night at Plan B, we got Swerve, got myself, Chris Interface, Tendai, and Fernie in the house. That's at Plan B, that's how we do. Big shout going out to all the Swerve crew, to Mark Halflight. Big shout to Sarah. Everyone repping. And I've really not known what to do at all since the football's finished. 2 days, man, you know. And start talking to wifey again, I suppose. Do you know what I mean? She's been not happy at all about the World Cup scenario. Because, you know, look, as you can't talk when you watch football. They start asking you random stuff like, what do you want for dinner? Anyway, it was a great World Cup. Germany fully deserved to win as well. And, you know, Messi's my boy. I think he was a bit tired. It wasn't his year. But he will be back. Trust me. And England, what happened, man? Do you know, I actually forgot England were in the World Cup. Anyway, back to the beats. Brand new. A little track called What I Got. Check this out.
You're listening to Ministry of Sound Radio. This is Fabio and Grooverider.
Right, we was talking off mic about forthcoming guests. If there's anyone you want to see on the show, give us a shout. I'm going to give you their Twitter and Facebook address in a minute. Hopefully soon we've got Random Movement coming up. We've also got Paulty and Oberon, and hopefully Penny Charles as well. Also Caliber. It'd be great to get Caliber in here. Hard man to track down nowadays, but we're going to try and make that happen. Remember, each and every Tuesday we are here. If not me, the Grooverider. Not long left of the show. Want to fit a couple more tracks in before we go. This is brand new from Simplification. And a little thing entitled Tonight. This is how we do.
and bass on Ministry of Sound Radio with Fabio and Grooverider.
Sounds of Simplification and a track entitled Tonight, and that is it. It's a wrap. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed tonight's show. Big up to my first guest, Technimatic. Remember the night tomorrow, The Nest. Come and check us out alongside Artificial Intelligence and LSB. For more vibes, Saturday night, Swerve, Plan B, myself, Fernie, Chris Interface and Tendai. Yeah, that's how we do, man. Many thanks for listening. Big shout to Rob, holding it down. As per usual, Drum and Bass Tuesdays come to a close. Until next week, you've got the Rider in the house. For more borderline material. Adult entertainment, trust me. Next Tuesday, 9 to 11. Gonna sign out with something from Ink. Love this track. Infallible Drift. Remember, if you want to catch us anytime during the next 7 days, go onto the Ministry player. You can get all the track listings, everything that you want to know, information about the show. You can catch on at Ministry player. So until the next time, saying peace out. Catch Grooverider next week, same time, same place.
This is Fabio and Grooverider.